Welcome back, or welcome to Yoga with Ciara. This is day 8 of Begin. So wonderful. So today we're going to stay with sensations, keep tracking how to keep well, staying with the possibility of moving and wiggling, always in movements, finding our up feeling, and then we're going to layer in as well that core happens. And so sometimes in some practices you contract the core to create sensation. With us, we just lift a hand off the floor or a foot off the floor or lift both knees off the floor, and automatically things start to engage. So we're just going to look at that, balancing things engage, reaching things engage. So let's just play a bit with our core. So come rest into your child's pose and we shall begin. Come. Oh, and to the person who gave me crab claws and lobster, so amazing. Oh my God, so amazing. So stretch your arms out long and dropping your head down. Just let there be length in your arms, or if you've tucked your arms in because of your shoulder, then just enjoy the resting forward, that surrender that can happen. That moment of be here now, be in your body, soften something. Rather than doing your child's pose, can you be surrendered in this pose? Nice. Come forward onto your hands and knees. Cat pose. Rounding. Arching. Rounding. Arching. And just continue. Rounding. Arching. So here the core is somewhat on. It is on because you're moving. It has to turn on. But to make it a little bit more engaged, come up onto your fingertips of your right hand, and your right fingers are literally just hover floating. And then rounding and arching. So now the core is starting to engage because you can let your hand off the floor completely or just let it touch lightly. So you have to stabilize in a different way. Nice. Other hand. Left fingers hover float or all the way off the floor. Rounding. Arching. Rounding. Arching. Nice. Lift your right knee off the floor. Right foot off the floor. Rounding. Arching. Do you feel it? Rounding. More engagement. Stabilization. Balance. You have to engage your core. Other side. Left knee off the floor. Left foot off the floor. Rounding. Arching. Rounding. Arching. Great. So you can either have your feet flat on the floor or you can tuck your toes under. So I'm going to tuck my toes under to lift both knees off the floor. So how do you do it here? Go really slowly if you have anything going on in your shoulders. Rounding. Arching. Definitely there's more turned on now. Rounding. Arching. Nice. Drop your knees to the floor and just have a bit of a wiggle. Here in your cat pose. How would you stretch out into your rib cage? Stretch into your neck. Nice. I really like side bending, so squeeze one shoulder down towards one hip. Squeeze it in the other direction. Sometimes I make circles with my rib cage. And in the other direction. Super cool. From here, bring both feet so they're wide and off your mat. So my toes are outside my mat. My knees are still in the middle. And then bring your right foot. Oh, sorry, Jake. I kicked him in the head. So bring your right foot so it's long. So left hand, left knee, right foot are all on the left side of your mat. Reach your right hand up towards the ceiling. So this is side angle to the left. Bend your elbow, bring your hand to the floor. Other side, both feet are wide. Bring your left foot long and draw your left elbow up, reach it up. Side angle to the right because your right hand, right knee are on the floor. And change. to the left. Reach. You don't have to include the arm reaching up if you don't want to. And to the right. Back. Next time you're going to float your leg. Reach, float your right leg high as you lean over towards the left or roll over towards the left. Pause there. So right now your core is engaged, definitely. And then back. And then over towards the right. Nice. One last time, but we're going to change it up a little bit. Over towards the left, right foot's on the floor. Right hand is up. And then bring your right hand straight forward in front of you and touch the floor in front of you. And then sweep your right hand towards your right foot. And then swing your arm long so that your right arm is reaching overhead and you've created length through the right side of your body. Forward. So if you want to make it harder, let your right foot float and keep it where it is. Or keep your right foot on the floor. So always, if you want to make something a little bit more challenging for your core, create instability. And instability is have less things on the floor. Just feel that. Is your foot on the floor or is it floating? What have you decided is your wellness? What have you decided is your capability? Nice. Other side. Both feet wide. Left foot long. Sorry, jig. Reach your left hand straight up towards the ceiling. And then bring your left hand forward. Sweep it towards the left foot and then swing. And again, keep your foot on the floor or float your foot off the floor and reach for it. So at any stage, because there's so many different levels watching these classes, if ever you want to make something a little bit more challenging, find a creative way of lifting something off the floor and making the movement. If you want to make something easier, drop more to the floor. Come all the way back and rest down into your child's pose. Tuck your arms way in. Rest your head on your hands. So nice. So right now, where are your shoulders? Are they up around your ears? Or are they drawing away from your ears? How's your face? Is it contracted? Is it relaxed? Are your hands, are they clenching or are they relaxing? And your feet softening and deepening. Feel the whole of your body and rest into this moment. And when I think that in my head, it's like I pour myself into my body with my presence and my awareness. And I have this sense of a sigh because of the wellness or the safety that creates in my body. I'm like, oh, I'm here now. This is okay. Just feel it in your body. Nice. Both hands to the floor. Push back into your downward dog. Have a bit of a wiggle. Wiggling one way, wiggling the other. So the more you wiggle, the more you drop your knees down, the stronger this movement is. So maybe you increase the strength of your wiggle. Maybe you lift one hand off the floor as you wiggle. So there's always loads of creative ways of making things easier or stronger. Walk forward to the front of your mat. Bring your elbows to your knees. Bring your hands to your knees. And then roll all the way up to stand. Nice. So hands to your hips. Just roll into your hips. Circle. And then roll in the other direction. Circle. Nice. Roll your shoulders. A big circle. Just feel that through the collarbones, the shoulder blades. And then roll in the other direction. Nice. Staying with sensations, really feeling your body. Sun salutation. So reach your arms wide, get super tall. So do your up here. Push down into the floor and reach long into your fingers. Feel the feet push down, your legs straighten, your tailbone tuck, your spine lengthen, and reach into your arms. And then have your standing principles as we stand, as we reach. Bending your elbows, bending your knees, come all the way down. Hands to the floor. Check out, can you still wiggle in your body, or are you at a hard edge in your body? Just make sure you can still wiggle. Nice. Hands to your shins, lift your chest, look forward. Again, have a little bit of a wiggle. Hands to the floor, step your right foot back. Pause. Check out what moves, what doesn't. Feeling your breath, connecting into the whole of your body. Now step back into your plank. What moves? Feel your breath, sensations. Drop your knees to the floor. Lower all the way down. Elbows underneath your shoulders. Rise. What moves in you as you do this? How do you stay just off the hard edge of the end of your range, and maybe just gently sway your shoulders or woggle your knee, woggle, woggle your head from side to side. Neck woggling. Bring your elbows a little bit back. That's what I tend to do. Maybe you don't, maybe you do. And then push back. Push back. Lengthen. Feel the movement through your body. Awareness of where you hold. And then walk slowly forward. All the way forward to the front of your mat. Slowly rolling up. Reach your arms wide. Push down into your feet. Straighten through your legs. Rise through the torso and reach into your arms. Find your up feeling. Bending your elbows, bending your knees all the way down. Hands to the floor, forehead to your knees. Move when you're here. My toes are moving, my shoulders are moving, my hips are moving. I'm feeling my rib cage lengthening as I move. Hands to your shins. Rise and look forward. How do you move here? Rounding and arching is very nice here. Just feel that in your body. How do you move? If you can't move, then you've gone too deep into the pose. Nice. Hands to the floor. Step your left foot back. So in this class, we're exaggerating the wiggle of our bodies. We're like, yes, we're wiggling, we're moving. But every time I step into a pose, I do this on a really subtle level. I go, yes, I can still engage. I'm still empowered. I can still move the whole of my body. It's like a wave of connection I pass down through my body. So we're just layering in a really big way, a very internal process that actually is happening every time you do anything. Step back, connecting in, what moves, what doesn't. Drop your knees to the floor, all the way down. Elbows underneath your shoulders. Rise. What moves? Woggle your head. I think it's now become a move. Who knew you could have bad pronunciation and then create a yoga move? Oh, it's so funny. Nice. What moves? Maybe you can move your head or your shoulders or your rib cage, or what moves? What lengthens? What connects? Nice. Bring your elbows a little bit back. Push back. All the way back. All the way back. So I don't know if you sit in an office a lot in the day, but there's all these kind of apps that you can get that remind you to bring awareness to yourself. And what you could do is, some of them, like they say, stand up and do 20 push-ups or something, But you could just have a reminder that says wiggle. And you just sit in your chair and you just see, what can I move? What doesn't move? How can I sit a little bit easier for myself? Walk all the way forward to the front of your mat. Slowly rounding up. Reach your arms wide, get really tall. And when you're really tall, check out what still moves. As you lengthen, as you reach. And then come all the way down. Nice. So stand to the middle of your mat. You can reach towards a wall with this, or you can be near a wall. So your hand is near a wall. So See what you need. If you know your balance is okay, then you can be in the middle. If you know that your balance isn't so okay, then be really near a wall so you have that support. So you're going to bring your left hand to your left knee. And if you're using the wall, you can bring your left shoulder to the wall if you wish, or you can reach your right hand towards the wall, okay? So reach your right foot back, let it touch the floor. Reach your right hand forward, let it touch the floor. Nice. So now we're going to have different grades of movement or different possibilities. One is that you lift your right foot up a bit or a lot. The other is that you reach your right hand up a bit or a lot. Okay, so whichever version is right for you right now. So you go, oh, my front foot is lifted. No, my back foot is lifted, but my hand is on the floor, or whatever version suits you. Okay, and then come back down. Oh God, I was really close to the candle. So now you're going to swing down into that movement that you just did a moment ago. So I'm going to lift my right foot back and my right hand forward. But you might have your foot and hand on the floor. And just reach into your possibility. Maybe you're using the wall. But as you move, notice your core is turning on. It's happening. You can reach both hands forward if you wish. Core is happening as you do this. It's no option. To move your body in space against gravity, you're definitely engaging. One more time. Your bum is also engaging. Hand to the floor. A foot to the floor. So other side, bring your right hand to your knee. Step your left foot back and bring your left hand forward. So either lift your foot up, leave it where it is, see where it goes. Lift your left hand up or really up, see where it goes. What is a natural resting point of ease and of connection for you? Come all the way up and do that movement. So reaching. Either maybe your hands are on the floor, or your hand is on the floor, your foot is on the floor. Or you're lengthening and extending and letting them both float. Core is on, right bum is on. So I didn't have to tell you, oh, turn on your right bum as you do this. It's happening. One more time. And so balance isn't about being still. It's an incredibly dynamic thing. It's like, so let yourself wobble and now sit on the floor. Nice. Come lie on the floor all the way down. Rest. Pause. So that very similar movement we're going to do on the floor here. So lift both feet off the floor and bring your hands to your knees. And then just feel like your lower back is flattening into the floor. There is connection backwards. Push your hands into your knees into your hands. And then lengthen the left leg and the left arm. So you might keep your elbow bent because of your shoulder. You might keep your knee bent because of your hip. Or you might lengthen them out long. And then come back in. Bring your elbow to your knee to your elbow. Choose what you do with your shoulder in wellness. Don't sacrifice your shoulder. This is really a lovely story. I love it. It's Team You. So on a team, it's not about one person. It's not a marathon where there's one person going to win. Okay, so it's not like your hip is going to win this movement. It's actually Team You. So the whole of you has to be connected. Otherwise, you've got solo freaks running around the pitch, not helping each other. So if your shoulder is struggling, you're struggling. So listen. Make it smaller, make it easier. Other side. Left hand, left knee, push it in, connect it. Right side moves. And bring your elbow to your knee. Find your level of this movement. Definitely your core is engaging. If you slow it down, it becomes stronger. If you speed it up, it becomes easier. If you push more into your hand and knee, it becomes stronger. If you push less, it becomes easier. If you don't stretch your leg and arm out long, easier. If you do, stronger. Nice. Great. Push both hands into both knees. Pause there for a moment. And then try and pull your knees as close to your chest as you can and resist with your hands. Core happens. Nice. Lower your feet to the floor. Roll your knees from side to side. Very nice. Wiggling and woggling, coring and connecting, being in sensations, being in our bodies, being in wellness. Hands to your belly, and just pause there. Day 8 of Begin. So just to remind you guys who are used to the 28 days, there's only 21 days in June, only 21 days in Begin. So we're going to go as far as the summer solstice. And then we have a 10-day break before we head back in for 28 days of July. So yeah. Have a plan for those 10 days. I know that in the past, I've kind of thrown my yoga out and wandered off and done other things, but actually, the routine of this is actually very stabilizing and very resourcing for me. So even when I'm off now, I continue with the same routine. I continue with the yoga, not because I have to, because I feel the benefit of when I do it. So maybe notice that. Maybe you rolling over or staying there if you wish. Maybe you need to just set up a plan for those 10 days. Maybe you go back and do ones you've missed, or go back and do some of the the way back ones. It's nice, guys. It's kind of slightly overcast here today, raining, but it's lovely. I will see you all tomorrow for another wonderful installation of Begin. So wonderful. Loving this. Bye. So nice. This project is community funded, so thank you all to those of you who contribute. It's very awesome to have this tribe, this club, this amazing community that connects and moves and discovers together. I don't know if any of you are on Facebook or on Instagram. There is a quote of the day that I put up, and just some of the texts and emails that I get, just so amazing. It's just incredible how me being me and endeavoring to be well, as I row my little boat along, that I look back and there's all these little rowboaters behind me going, yay, we're all rowing along. So yeah, well done. You're here again. We're resourcing, building wellness, one small, short practice at a time, navigating our way through a challenging time. So thanks. My heart goes out to us all. And so full of just appreciation and connection. So email Sinead, my awesome sister, at info@nother.com. Or otherwise, just drop me a text, a message. There's millions of ways to get in contact with me. So be well, be awesome. Most importantly, be you. And what's really incredible about being you is that it's in the sensations of your body that you will learn what you is. So be you and listen. Ciao for now.